He was just a lowly student, someone who spent his days struggling to master even the most basic spells, trying to prove himself in a world brimming with talented mages and prodigies. Yet in a moment that would change everything, he accidentally shattered the very rules of reality, performing feats of magic that defied logic, expectation, and the laws that govern their world. How can someone so ordinary, so underestimated, manipulate the very fabric of existence without intending to? What consequences will unfold when reality itself bends at the hands of an inexperienced student? The story is defined by the shocking contrast between humble beginnings, a student grappling with homework, failing exams, and being laughed at by peers, and the unimaginable power he unknowingly wields, demonstrating that even the most unassuming individuals can become forces capable of altering the course of history. Shin Wolford, the so-called lowly student, appears on the surface as an underdog in the vast world of magic. He attends classes, studies hard, and practices spells with varying degrees of success, often falling behind his exceptionally talented peers. Classmates underestimate him, teasing him for his mistakes and overlooking any hint of potential, while some teachers regard him as an ordinary student who may never reach greatness. Yet beneath this apparent mediocrity lies a spark of latent talent, hidden behind clumsiness and inexperience. Shin's journey is relatable. He embodies the struggle of anyone striving to find their place in a world where others seem naturally gifted and far ahead. His perseverance, curiosity, and willingness to push boundaries, even when failing, set the stage for the astonishing events that will follow, showing viewers that growth, determination, and unexpected moments of brilliance can come from the most unlikely of sources. Despite being labeled as a lowly student, Shin Wolford possesses an extraordinary talent that remains mostly unnoticed by those around him. While he struggles with basic spells and is often ridiculed for mistakes, his innate understanding of magic far surpasses that of his peers. Even minor experiments or casual practice sessions reveal flashes of genius. He instinctively combines spells in unconventional ways, adapts rapidly to changing conditions, and displays a creativity that seasoned mages rarely anticipate. For example, a simple practice exercise might spiral into a spectacular display of magical manipulation, leaving onlookers shocked and puzzled. This hidden potential hints at his capacity to achieve feats no ordinary student could imagine, even before the story's central reality-bending event occurs. The irony is striking. Others continue to underestimate him, failing to see the depth of his talent, while Shin himself often remains unaware of the true scope of his abilities. His experiments, curiosity, and relentless effort create the perfect environment for accidental breakthroughs. These moments of latent power establish a narrative tension. Viewers know that despite appearances, Shin is capable of reshaping his world, but both the character and those around him are still in the dark about just how far his influence can extend. The stage is set for the story's pivotal moment, where his hidden abilities will manifest in a way that challenges the very rules of magic and reality itself, making the ordinary student an extraordinary figure overnight. The turning point comes when Shin Wolford, in an ordinary moment of practice or experimentation, inadvertently bends the very laws that govern his world. What begins as a minor mistake, a spell cast incorrectly, a miscalculation, or a seemingly harmless magical experiment, quickly escalates into an event that defies the expectations of everyone around him. Magical energies warp, reality shifts, and phenomena occur that should be impossible, leaving both students and teachers in stunned disbelief. Even the most experienced mages cannot explain what is happening, highlighting the extraordinary nature of Shin's latent abilities. The consequences of this accident are immediate and dramatic. Objects may behave unpredictably, landscapes could shift, or time and space might distort in ways that challenge conventional understanding. Onlookers experience awe, fear, and confusion, unable to comprehend how a student so underestimated could unleash such power. This moment not only emphasizes Shin's hidden genius, but also raises the stakes, showing that his abilities are not just remarkable, they are capable of reshaping reality itself. The scene is a turning point in the narrative, establishing him as someone whose simple mistakes have world-altering consequences and setting the stage for the reactions, challenges, and storylines that will follow. The brilliance of this event lies in its accidental nature. Shin does not seek glory or recognition, yet his innate talent manifests in a way that cannot be ignored. This episode establishes both suspense and anticipation, making viewers eager to see how the lowly student navigates the chaos he unintentionally creates and how his reality-bending power will continue to grow. The moment Shin Wolford bends, reality does not go unnoticed, and the fallout is immediate and intense. Classmates who once mocked or overlooked him are thrown into shock, unable to reconcile the timid, struggling student they knew with the force capable of altering the laws of magic itself. Teachers and magical authorities react with a mixture of disbelief, fear, and cautious admiration, recognizing that Shin's accidental act demonstrates power that surpasses even the most advanced spells they have mastered. Some may attempt to investigate or control the consequences, while others are forced to acknowledge that conventional rules no longer fully apply when he is involved. The broader implications are equally dramatic. Magical experiments, institutions, or entire regions could experience unforeseen disruptions, illustrating that Shin's talent is not just personal, but world-altering. Allies who witness his abilities gain newfound respect and trust, while enemies and rivals are wary of underestimating him again. This mix of admiration, fear, and confusion creates tension and suspense in the story, emphasizing the stakes involved whenever he acts, even unintentionally. The incident also serves as a turning point for Shin himself. Although he did not intend to break reality, he begins to grasp the extent of his potential and the responsibilities that come with it. Every small action from this point onward carries weight, as his abilities could have consequences far beyond what he originally imagined. This section establishes a foundation for future conflicts, challenges, and growth, showing that even a humble, lowly student can become a central figure in events that reshape his world, all starting with a single, accidental moment of extraordinary power. After the shocking incident where reality itself bends under Shin Wolford's inadvertent power, the immediate chaos begins to settle. Teachers scramble to understand what happened, peers are left in awe, and the magical world slowly recalibrates to account for the unprecedented event. Shin, meanwhile, begins to realize that his abilities come with consequences far greater than simple mistakes. Every spell, every action could potentially have wide-reaching effects. This realization marks a turning point in his journey, not just as a student struggling to fit in, but as someone whose talent has the power to influence entire kingdoms, magical systems, and even the fundamental rules of his world. At the same time, this incident sets the stage for new challenges. Rivals and enemies, intrigued or alarmed by his abilities, may seek to confront him, test his limits, or exploit the chaos his powers inadvertently create. Allies may now depend on him for protection and strategy, recognizing his potential as a force capable of solving problems others cannot. The story teases a future filled with high-stakes magical duels, unexpected twists, and the tension of a student learning to wield abilities that exceed anything he has ever imagined. This part builds suspense and curiosity, leaving viewers eager to see how Shin navigates his newfound influence, adapts to the responsibilities of his accidental power, and faces threats that could test both his skill and his understanding of reality itself. The narrative is poised to escalate, promising that even ordinary student life will never be the same again. If you want to witness every jaw-dropping moment of Shin Wolford's accidental, reality-bending feats, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss a single spell, experiment, or magical breakthrough that pushes the boundaries of what's possible. From humble beginnings as a struggling student to a force capable of rewriting the rules of magic itself, Shin's journey is filled with suspense, surprises, and epic moments that you won't want to miss. Follow along as he navigates unexpected consequences, faces powerful adversaries, and discovers the limits or the limitless potential of his abilities. Every episode promises thrilling twists, mind-bending magic, and the story of an ordinary student who becomes an extraordinary legend.